Okay, so I want to do a video. I was going to do a video of a couple things that are important to bring into Panama or other countries that you move to, developing countries that you want to be a blessing in. I was going to talk about some ways you could do that. But there was one thing that on its own just had to have a video on its own. I kept trying to figure it out. It needs a video by itself, and this is it. When you move to a developing country and you see needs, beautiful. You're human. You're going to see that there are needs, and you're going to want to meet them, because that's what we humans want to do. We want to help people intrinsically. I believe that's a gift from the Lord, but we just want to, whatever you believe, we intrinsically want to help people. We want to meet needs, and we want to have purpose. It gives us purpose. Do not, I repeat, do not think that what you see as a perceived need, other than like hunger, might not be a need that you need to fulfill. Let me explain. Okay. I had some friends who moved to the country of Panama. They found out their neighbors were a family living next to them, and they didn't have mattresses. They were sleeping on a dirt floor. So, if you see your neighbor sleeping on a dirt floor, the last thing you think is, oh, that's great. That they're, no, you're thinking to yourself, no one sleeps on the floor. Okay. They went out, where I'm going with this. They went out and bought several mattresses, gave it to this family in the rainy season. Next day, go outside. The mattresses are outside of the house on the ground. Why? Because they saw it as a need. When these people are used to this, they grew up this way. They're not used to having mattresses. And so they spent all this money, when in the end, that wasn't maybe what they saw as a need because of what they were taught in their culture. That wasn't what this culture had taught. And these were specifically indigenous. But these are people used to sleeping in hammocks, sleeping on dirt floors. It was no thing for them. That wasn't a need. Maybe their need would have been food. Maybe their need would have been medical attention. But even then, or maybe it would have been a job, whatever. Or a need to learn another skill set. Learn how to farm. The needs are going to be different. So don't assume that even if I've done some trips, missionary trips and stuff. Don't assume that you know what the need is. I'm doing a whole video on this because I think this is so important. We really do come into countries and we think that we know what they need. Find out from the locals what they need. Talk to people who have done ministries or have done some help in the area, the Red Crosses and the talk to the municipalities, municipio is what we call it in Panama. Finding out from them what are your people's needs, and figure out how to meet those needs from there. Get to know your neighbors and ask them questions. But then I have to speak to them in their language. Yeah, you probably will. I mean, you gotta be willing to get out there and speak, and look kind of crazy, and try your hardest to learn, so that you can at least have some basics, just like the basics. So I encourage you with that. You want to be a blessing in the nation you're going to. Figure out what they can perceive as needs, what they say their needs are, not what you think their needs should be. Hope that helps.